Welcome to the Disruptors Creed podcast. I'm Kristen Zeman, and I am shocked you are here. In this weekly podcast, I delve into the essence of being a disruptor, an individual who dares to view the world through a lens of possibility rather than limitation. So the things that I write about and that I speak about are things that I need to hear myself. They're lessons most needed for me as I try to navigate through this life. And today I'm tackling the idea of treating our houses like crap. And I'm talking about our bodies. Growing up, my mom taught body shaping classes and played racquetball at the local YMCA. So fitness was a major part of my formative years. A healthy lifestyle was ingrained in me early on, which makes the fact that her death certificate lists morbid obesity as the cause even more heartbreaking. When she died at just 71 years old, I was absolutely gutted. Her death forced me to confront not only my own mortality, but the toxic relationship that I had with my body image. For as long as I can remember, I have been obsessed with how I look, and not in a healthy way. Like my mom, I spent years bouncing from one fad diet to the next. Keto, intermittent fasting, caloric deficits. And while she would gain and lose 50 to 100 pounds in each cycle, I managed to maintain my weight with only mild fluctuations, but it was still a relentless, exhausting battle, just like hers. And my mom's lifelong war with weight ultimately defeated her. I followed in her footsteps in more ways than I'd like to admit, at least regarding this. I battled eating disorders since high school. I meticulously weighed my food. I counted every calorie that passed my lips. And I became so militant that I couldn't even stand being around myself. And I know that it was hard for those who loved me to be around me during that time as well. But through therapy and educating myself on all of the wellness topics I could consume, pun intended, I suppose, I shifted from striving to be skinny to focusing on being healthy. I only wish I had this epiphany earlier in my life, because the difference is life-changing, literally. If my mom had realized this, I truly believe that she'd still be here today. I recently came across a quote from Sahil Bloom that hit me like a ton of bricks. He asked an 80-year-old man what advice he'd give to his younger self, and the man said, "Treat your body like a house you're going to live in for the next 70 years. That is the wisdom I wish I'd understood in my 20s. It would have saved me so much pain. Your body is your most important asset, and it deserves to be treated like a long-term investment. But too many of us do not realize that until it's too late. Much of disease, illness, and a diminished quality of life is preventable, but it requires commitment and discipline. It's hard to stay healthy in a world of indulgence, but it's even harder to live in a body that holds you back from a more fulfilling life. So you have to choose your hard, and you have to build strength, because you wouldn't live in a house with weak foundations. Physical strength is the foundation of a healthy body. And in my 20s and 30s, I spent time slinging light dumbbells, mostly focused on toning my arms to look good in sleeveless tops. But now in my 50s, I don't care as much about how I look. I'm not saying that aesthetic benefits aren't a nice bonus. They are. But these days, I am laser focused on what will impact my quality of life. I want to throw my carry-on into the overhead bin on an airplane without relying on anyone else to do it for me. I want to toss my grandkids in the air and chase them and run around with them without running out of steam. I want to be able to lift and to move things on my own for as long as possible. And I know now that that path to independence is strength training. So when you think of lifting heavy, that can sound so intimidating, especially if you've never done it before. But strength training isn't just for fitness fanatics. It's for anyone who wants to keep their independence as they age. And strength training and regular exercise help prevent the natural decline of muscle mass that sneaks up on us when we get older. So if you're new to it, you just got to start simple. Body weight squats, push-ups, or resistance bands are great places to begin. And look, you can seek help from a trainer or simply go online and watch videos on YouTube. There are people all around you willing to help, and the learning is accessible. So there is absolutely no excuse not to do it. Just build a routine that fits your lifestyle, whether it's in a gym or it's in your living room. I promise you that you'll thank yourself for investing in your future. And the most important thing to remember is garbage in, garbage out. The strength of your body is a direct reflection of what you put into it. Garbage in, garbage out. I'll say it again. Are you eating pizza, fast food, processed snacks, sugary treats, high-calorie coffee drinks? Or are you fueling yourself with lean proteins, leafy greens, whole grains, healthy fats? Because every choice that you make either supports your health or it undermines it. You might hate eating healthy at first, but your body can be trained to crave nutritious foods. And over time, you'll notice the difference, not just in how you look, but in how you feel. You'll begin to love how your body performs when nourished with the good stuff that fuels you. And then you will become so addicted to feeling good that reaching for garbage food isn't worth it. And healthy eating isn't about perfection, not at all. It's about consistently making choices that nourish your body instead of harming it. You also have to protect your mental space. A house isn't just walls and windows, it's a home. Likewise, your mental health is as important as your physical health. A calm and stable mind is the foundation for a healthy, well-functioning body. And that means actively practicing mindfulness, whatever that looks like to you. Just maybe stillness and silence. Get rid of the phone, put your computer away, turn the television off, just sit in silence. And surround yourself with supportive people. Find activities that help you reduce your stress. And it also means something harder, which is removing anything or anyone that threatens your peace. Just like you wouldn't let toxic mold take over your house, you cannot allow negativity or unhealthy influences to take root in your life. If someone or something is constantly undermining your mental space, it's time to change the locks. And that could mean distancing yourself from the people who drain your energy. I call them energy vampires. It also means unfollowing accounts on social media that trigger feelings of inadequacy or cutting out habits that leave you feeling worse and not better. So think of your mind as the most sacred room in your home, clutter-free, peaceful, and protected. You don't let just anyone into your house, so don't allow people or things that harm your mental space to take up residence in your life. If they don't contribute to your growth, your peace, or your happiness, it is time to show them the door. And then you need to prioritize maintenance. Just like a house, your body requires constant upkeep, but many people wait until a health crisis forces them to take action. Too often, it takes a life-threatening event like a heart attack or serious illness to trigger a wake-up call. And unfortunately, even after surviving such events, many people slip right back into their unhealthy habits. So the key to lasting health is prevention. Regular checkups, adequate sleep, balanced nutrition. By taking these small steps now, you can avoid costly repairs and extend the life of your most important asset, your body. A well-maintained house is constantly improved over time. It's not overhauled in one go. The same applies to your body. Don't aim for drastic changes overnight. Just focus on small, consistent improvements in your diet, movement, and overall mental health. And over time, these habits will compound into significant benefits. So it's time to disrupt the way we treat our bodies. Too many people neglect their health only to deal with preventable disease later. Your body is your house. It is the only one you will ever live in. So take control now. By disrupting old habits and making intentional choices, you can build a foundation for a stronger, healthier life. No one is coming to force you to be better. So the power lies in your determination to make the changes you need to make. Start today. Keep on disrupting, my fellow disruptors. Until next time, onward and upward.